there's contact. There's contact. And there's contact between Cheryl Powell and Campbell Pilling.
We're here today at Clay Pigeon Kart Circuit to give you an idea where we are. We're between Yeovil and Weymouth. We're in Dorchester. As you can see from the film, the photographs and pictures, we're on the dummy grid at the moment waiting for the 125 drivers for their qualifying session. They get 8 minutes to qualify. 326 is one of our novices, Peter Hugler, and just over from him is Freddie Cox, waiting patiently for their 8 minutes. In fact, the whistle has just gone, so our drivers will be starting up and doing their utmost to claim pole position for the actual heats. We'll let you know the various times once we've started. I know that in warm-up this morning, Freddie Cox on 3:32 was one of the quickest. But of course, this is now for real. Warm-up was for warm-up, and now everyone will be trying that little bit harder. DRS plate there is Rowan Campbell Pilling. He was very quick yesterday and promises to be quick today. So Freddie Cox in 3:32 is first over the line. Presently doing 36:107, but no doubt that will improve during the course of the 8 minutes. This is probably one of the most important parts of today's event, to get yourself a good grid position for the first heat, which comes up a little bit later on today. The 125 group is for our drivers over the age of 16, and there's no upper age limit. If you speak to Mark Lawrence, he might even tell you how old he is. He's one of our older competitors, but he's been a big supporter of the Daniel Ricciardo Series. And it's great to see him. He comes all the way from Scotland and never misses a meeting. It's absolutely fantastic. Mark is on kart number 5 and currently in 6th place. Freddie Cox is still leading the times, number 332 on 34.658. Tom Snape has just gone into second, almost 0.2 of a second behind Freddie. One of our novices is in 3rd place at the moment. And in fact, he's just been pushed by Daniel Weir into 4th place. Peter Hugler, that's pretty good, and it's Oscar Walmsley-Jones has just got into 4th place, so the places are changing even as I speak. It is quite difficult to follow the live action because whoever's out there first isn't necessarily the quickest. .332, Freddie Cox still leading on 34.491, and Rowan Campbell Pilling is in 2nd place, followed by Daniel Weir, one of our novices. Certainly driving well. A lot of the new drivers to the series have probably done indoor karting before they did outdoor karting, so they have an idea how to manage a kart, how to drive it, how to take the various lines, where to brake, and sometimes probably make it quite easy. It probably doesn't do them justice that they're on novice plates. Peter Hugler, the novice 326, still in 6th place, very credible. We've got a new leader at the moment, Rowan Campbell Pilling. He's just done a 34.457 on lap 3. Sam Faulkner creeps into second place with a 34.47. 200ths behind, so very, very close. Freddie Cox in third at the moment, but not that far behind at all. Still got 3.5 minutes in which to improve. Sam Faulkner now takes the lead with a 34.444. 1300ths behind, in front, sorry. And a new leader again, Ethan Critchley with a 34.426. That's our new leader. But frequently changing. Ethan Critchley first, Sam Faulkner second, Rowan Campbell-Pilling third, and Freddie Cox fourth, Daniel Weir fifth. Peter Hugler is still in sixth place, Tom Snape in seventh. Looking at our timings, Ethan Critchley now leads, number 325 with a 34.426, closely followed by Sam Faulkner, Rowan Campbell-Pilling and Freddie Cox. Daniel Weir still in the frame and still looking for improvements with just over 2 minutes left of this qualifying session for the DRS 125s. Looking at our top four drivers, they're all in the pit now, so that's the end of their qualifying. They've obviously decided that they can't improve on their time. They've done the best that they can today. And probably with this hot weather, they're probably trying to conserve their tyres for the later on in the race. Tyres will wear out very, very quickly in this heat today, so it's probably sensible to get your 4 or 5 laps in and then not call it a day, but certainly conserve the wear on the tyres to give you a bit more advantage when we actually get down to the races. So it looks like the top four won't change. In position 1, Ethan Critchley, number 325. Sam Faulkner in second place, 283. Third place is our DRS plate, Rowan Campbell-Pilling. Freddie Cox in fourth and Daniel Weir in fifth. Nice to see Peter Hugler, one of our novices, is actually in sixth place. And he wasn't that far behind the leaders, 0.3 of a second, which is quite a narrow margin. Formula One drivers would tell you that 0.3 of a second is a big margin, but then we're karters and not F1 stars. Only 18 seconds left, so I don't think we're going to see much improvement now on those times. So congratulations to all the drivers. You've done your best. Next time you're out, you're actually racing in position. There are points given during qualifying, which is quite important for your final grid place in the grand final later this afternoon. So it's a little after 11:23. Our qualifying for the DRS 100s, that's the 12 to 16 year olds, that starts at 11:35. We hope you'll join us. Let's just take a look at the grid for the 125s. On pole is Ethan Critchley, number 325. Second pole is Sam Faulkner, 283. Third is Rowan Campbell-Pilling. Fourth, Freddie Cox. Fifth, Daniel Ware. Sixth, Peter Hugler, number 326. Tom Snape, number 3, is on 7th. On 8th, Carl Watt. 9th, Firas Bilbesi. And 10th, Oliver Owen. Oscar Wormley-Jones is on 11th place. And Ryan Williams, 12th. Kurt Fordry, 13th. Thomas Dackins is 14th. Tommy Welsh, 15th. Jake Woodrow, 16th. Tuscany Grove, 17th. Mark Lawrence, 18th. And Daniel Budd is in 19th grid position. So here we go. Second of our races, DRS 125s. Once again, if you've just joined us on YouTube, a very good morning. Glad you could join us. We're here for the Daniel Ricciardo Series, round 3 of the 2023 Championship, and we're at Clay Pigeon Kart Circuit in Dorchester on a gloriously, as you can see from all our pictures, a gloriously sunny day. Quite a big grid today for this group. I think we have 27 drivers, 20 drivers, sorry, not 27. In fact, it's the 100s that have a large grid of 27. This is 20. They're all there. In fact, we must be missing one because we've actually got 19 starting. And look, for our DRS 62s, this is how you do it. Very, very slow, all together. Great, absolutely brilliant. We're talking about the pinnacle of racing. Everyone's got through the first corner fine. Ethan Critchley leads, but closely attended by another 3. There's Freddie Cox. There's also Sam Faulkner. I think you'll find at the moment this racing's a lot closer. Effectively, we're talking about the grown-ups here. Ethan Critchley certainly made a fantastic start, already pulling away. But still pretty close. They're well bunched up today. Sam Faulkner 2nd, Rowan Campbell-Pilling 3rd, and Freddie Cox 4th. Tom Snape is 5th, Daniel Ware is 6th. Certainly looks like Ethan's had the one of the best starts. Rowan Campbell-Pilling is currently 3rd, with Sam Faulkner, 2nd, Sam Faulkner 3rd, and Freddie Cox, recognise the helmet, in 4th place. I don't think Ethan's got a massive lead, but he has got the lead. Just wondering whether Rowan can pull him in. He's certainly not that far away. He's literally 3/10 behind, which is neither here nor there. Sam Faulkner in close contention, waiting to make a move on the leaders. All looking very, very close. 4th place, Freddie Cox looks as if he's lost a little bit of ground on the front 3. Rowan's starting to pull Ethan in, and he's in close contention. Looks as if he may have the edge, but having the edge and getting past are two different things. It all looks very easy, but I can assure you they're working really hard out there. First four places. Looks like we have an overtake. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Rowan Campbell-Pilling takes the lead, followed by Ethan. Our DRS plate certainly showing a clean pair of heels now and trying to pull away. The other two, third and fourth place, aren't too far behind. Sam Faulkner and Freddie Cox. And again, getting very, very close. Certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. And from my vantage point, I can see everything that's going on. Rowan in first place with the DRS plate, followed by Ethan Critchley. Third place, Sam Faulkner. Fourth place, Freddie Cox. Then a little bit back is Tom Snape, the number 3 cart. Rowan looks as if he's edging out a little bit from Ethan. And the other two, they're not far behind, so there's still plenty of time. We've still got 4.5 minutes left. So, still plenty of time for a change in the order. Down to the hairpin, DRS still holding first place. Ethan second, Sam still third, and Freddie Cox fourth. In fact, they're all doing very, very similar times. Our leader's doing 34.827. Second place is doing 34. In fact, he's just done a 34.786. 1/100th quicker, but you won't spot it. It does look like our first two drivers are slowly pulling away from third and fourth. Freddie Cox looks as if he's hanging on to Sam Faulkner's shirt tails, and he may pull him in. Still time to do it with 3 minutes left and 1 lap. But Rowan Campbell-Pilling is still there with the DRS plate. And Ethan ready to pounce anytime. Is he waiting? I wonder. Has he got anything else left in the fuel can? Is he just biding his time? I don't know. We will find out, but it looks like Rowan's pulling away a little bit. But we are talking about a split second. Freddie Cox is pulling Sam Faulkner in. Will he get to third place? He's certainly trying hard. But I think our leaders are... They're certainly pulling away from third and fourth. Freddie Cox, number 332, desperately trying to get in contention with Sam Faulkner, but Sam's a wiry bird, so whether he'll get past him, I don't know. Just under 2 minutes left. And in fact, Freddie Cox he's overtaken Sam Faulkner. He's now into third place. Whether Sam gives that place up easily, I don't know, but Freddie's driving very, very well. At the front, still Rowan, followed by Ethan. Freddie Cox looks as if he's found some pace because he seems to be pulling away from Sam. So we're just 1.5 minutes left. I don't think he's got enough pace to pull the front two in, but you never know. Looks a pretty big gap from where I'm sat. And still the front pair are fighting. It's not all over yet. We've still got 1 more minute and 1 more lap. In fact, Freddie Cox is doing the same times as our leaders, but he is in 3rd place. Rowan Campbell-Pilling still leading and slightly pulling away from Ethan Critchley. So those are your 1st and 2nd. 3rd, Freddie Cox. 4th, Sam Faulkner. 5th at the moment is Tom Snape. "24 seconds left and 1 lap. I don't think we're going to see much change. Rowan certainly seems to have settled down, driving very, very smoothly. Just coming up on one of the back markers, so you never know. But the back marker should move over and make it easy. In fact, he does. Puts his hand up, helps them through. Very, very sporting, fantastic driving. We must be coming up to our last lap is coming up, in fact. And I'm pretty certain Rowan is going to get the win. Driven absolutely fantastic from start to finish. In 2nd place, Ethan Critchley. 3rd is Freddie Cox. Sam Faulkner in 4th. Still showing us how it's done. And we're ready with the checkered flag. Fantastic drive, well done. So that's your top 4. Rowan Campbell-Pilling, Ethan Critchley, Freddie Cox, Sam Faulkner. Tom Snape is in 5th, Daniel Weir in 6th. Oliver Owen in 7th. And Peter Hugler, fantastic for a novice, finishing 8th place and doing some good lap times, not that far behind. And that's your DRS125 heat. If you've just joined us on YouTube, a very warm welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is the DRS Daniel Ricciardo Series, round 3. And we're at the Clay Pigeon kart circuit. We're due to run the pre-final for the DRS125 drivers. We've already given the grid out for that. This is the pre-final, so it's 9 minutes of racing plus 1 extra lap. So once the 9 minutes have finished, or we've completed 9 minutes, basically the last lap board comes out. 1 or 2 changes on the last lap, but not that often. But we're expecting very fast and very exciting racing from the 125s. These are the 16-year-olds upwards, and there is no upper limit, so you can race at this, if you wanted to, till you're 60 or 70, no problems whatsoever. So the whistle's gone. They're coming out for their warm-up lap. A total of 20 drivers in this. In fact, 19. We're missing 1 driver. But it's a good field for our older drivers. I say older. 16's not that old, but 16 is at the time where you're getting heavier and you need more power, and the engines for this, the motors are 125cc, so this is the quickest motor that you can get in non-gearbox karts. For those that don't know, obviously these karts are centrifugal clutch and have an electric start, which means if we should come off, there's always a good chance of being able to start the kart again. Whereas in the black and white days, as Andy calls them, you had to jump out the kart, lift the back end up, run with it, bounce it on the tarmac, and try and choke it to get it going again. So this makes life a lot easier. So in the first heat, Rowan Campbell-Pilling won from Ethan Critchley. Will they repeat that feat? I don't know. We'll soon find out. Coming in nice and slowly, well organised, and I think we'll have a start. Well, from the previous race, certainly a slightly different order in the pecking order. Rowan Campbell has managed to get into the lead. However, yes, Sam Fulton has already made a move on him. And in fact, he's got the place back. Sam made a very, very good move, but Rowan didn't panic. He waited his time, and when they came to the chicane, he took the place back again. Great bit of driving from the front too. At the moment, it's all very, very close midfield as well. 328 looks as if he may have a problem. He's waving. Not quite sure what happened there. Still a few little battles going on midfield. Freddie Cox has just made a move and it looks like he's going to make it stick. He's gone up into third place. But still leading Rowan Campbell-Pilling, being hunted down by Sam Faulkner. Some great driving going on. Certainly the field isn't spreading out that much. The front two are making a little bit of a move, but it's all very close midfield. Looking at midfield at the moment, Tom Snape is in 7th place and Carl Watt is 8th. And Peter Hugler, one of our novices, is currently running number 9. Watching Sam Faulkner in his kart, he's thrown it all over the place, trying to gain an advantage. It hasn't paid off yet. Freddie Cox is still maintaining the 3rd place. And in 4th place is Ethan Critchley. What can the midfield drivers do? They're all very, very close. Tommy Welsh, who carries the number 8 plates, currently running 11th. He's in a gaggle of drivers. But out at the front, still Rowan Campbell. He's pulled slightly away from Sam Faulkner, so what can Freddie Cox do, if anything? Still got quite a few minutes left, so it's still very early days. Sam is certainly giving the curbs a run for the money, bouncing all over the place. He obviously thinks that gives him an edge, and it looks pretty smooth everywhere else. Ethan Critchley still in contention with Freddie Cox hunting him down. Will he manage it? Freddie Cox had in fact taken third place off Ethan a couple of laps ago, but he's certainly not getting away. Front four all very, very close. Then we've got a gaggle of three. Then there's a big group, 3, 3, 3, 6, number 8, all there. Number 8's Tommy Welsh. Three, 3, 3, Oscar Walmsley Jones. This is the first season for Oscar Walmsley Jones. His father was telling me that he was about 9 kilos overweight for the other class, so really to have stayed in DRS 100 would have given him a big disadvantage. Still a lot can happen. We've still got 3.5 minutes left, plus the lap. Whilst there doesn't seem to be any overtaking manoeuvres happening at the moment, I think it's the potential's there in the dying stages of this pre-final. Certainly at the moment, Rowan Campbell-Pilling looks in a world of his own. A good 5 or 6 karts in front of Sam Faulkner. Freddie Cox still working that kart really hard to get into terms with Sam, to maybe overtake him. But is this the way it's going to finish? Ethan Critchley in fourth has certainly lost. He's certainly lost the train. He's well back now. Freddie Cox said earlier when I spoke to him that his tyres didn't come on quicker, so maybe he will pull Sam Faulkner in. I don't know. Sam's a pretty classy driver, as we all know over the years watching him. But he's got a few young guns this year to contend with. All desperate also to make their mark. Just under 2 minutes to go, so will there be a change in the pecking order? In fact, Freddie goes for second place. Will he make it stick? Sam's not going to take too kindly for that, and will he come back to him once they go down to Billy's blind? He's all over Freddie's back bumper, so you never know. Rowan Campbell is really in a world of his own. No one's challenging him, and he's certainly the front runner today, without a doubt. One minute to go, plus one lap. There's a cart down by the hairpin. Hopefully they're going to move that out of the way. Yellow flag's waving. Looks as if it's behind the barrier now, so hopefully the yellow flags will go in. I think, if anything, Freddie Cox has probably left it too late to pull Rowan Campbell-Pilling in. But it looks at the moment that Sam Faulkner can't make any impression on the rear end of Freddie Cox. Still in fourth place, Ethan Critchley. And he seems to be he's certainly not getting forward to put himself in a challenging position to take a place away from Sam Faulkner. He's getting closer, but has he left it too late? I think the last lap board will be coming out when they come past the start and finish line. There's only, in fact, the time has run out. 9 minutes have completed, so there's 1 more minute. So I don't think there's going to be any change in the order at this late stage. Certainly doesn't look like it anyway. So with 1 lap to go, it's still Rowan Campbell-Pilling, followed by Freddie Cox, Sam Faulkner and Ethan Critchley. And I think that's going to be the pre-final finishing order. Top 4 just finishing off nice and smoothly, making no mistakes, making sure that they finish nice and clean. Absolute, well done, fantastic. So, maintaining his superiority today is Rowan Campbell-Pilling, winning the pre-final for DRS125s, followed by Freddie Cox, Sam Faulkner, Ethan Critchley. Expect this to be highly competitive. I wouldn't like to put money on who's going to win. Rowan Campbell-Pilling has been pretty dominant most of the day, but then everybody else wants to win as much as he wants to win. So any moment now, the whistle should blow, the engines will start, and we'll be up and racing. Once again, if you ever want any information on the Daniel Ricciardo Series, if you go onto Google and search DRS Series, you get all the details, all the locations that we're racing at this year. This is the 3rd round, but we still have another 4 rounds to go. And you can get full details how to enter the academy, which we run on a Saturday morning. That's for effectively arrive and drive. You know, if you've kart raced and you've only done indoor karting, outdoor karting is a lot quicker, a lot more competitive, and to be honest, a lot more exciting than indoor karting. Indoor karting serves its purpose, but if you really want to take it serious, then you need to be looking at outdoor karting. And even if you only come along on a Saturday morning and do the academy, it's a good introduction. You may not take it any further, but there's the opportunity there if you get to see what it's like firsthand. So we're almost ready. Haven't heard the whistle blow yet, but we must almost be raring to go. The drivers are still there, sitting patiently on the dummy grid. DRS plate of Rowan Campbell-Pilling there on the front row. And Ethan Critchley alongside him in second pole. Freddie Cox there, number 132. Sorry, 332. Number 3, Tom Snape. Tom is on 6th on the grid. The whistle blows and we're starting our motors and getting ready for the DRS125 Grand Final. This race will decide who gets a trophy and who doesn't. But it's not all about trophies, obviously. It's important to get as good a position in the race as possible because you get points on your finishing place, and at the end of the season all the points add up and decides who wins the overall championship for the year, and also awards plates 1 to 9, which represents where you finished in the championship the previous year. I'm pleased to say that here at the Clay Pigeon Kart Circuit, the sun is once again out, clouds are disappearing, so I think we can pretty well safely say that we're not going to need rain tyres today. That's got to be good news. Looks like everybody's lining up nicely. Certainly going at a sensible speed. Looking good. No reason why it shouldn't start this lap. Very well behaved for our older generation. I say older generation. We're talking about 16 years and upwards. So to some of us, that's still quite young. So that was a little bit quick. So the flags have waved. It's a false start. And there was me saying how well behaved they were. But they were halfway down this main straight, and it looked to me like they were flat out. So it doesn't gain them anything, because when you have a false start, they've got to do it all over again. So it's within their interest to actually get it right the first time. They're just unnecessarily wearing tyres out. Fingers crossed they'll get it right this time. Coming round the top bend, much more organised. Oh, someone's waving their arm to go round again. Oh, in fact, people were waving, but we are actually running. Unless we have another false start, we may have to start again, because according to my alpha timing, we're actually running, which we're not. So we're actually showing a red flag. We're going to stop the drivers and give them a talk to, basically. I mean, that was a very poor start. There was me saying how well organised they were. But in actual fact, they were all over the place. Well, our official photographer's on the track, so maybe he wanted a false start to get a few good pictures. I'm not sure. I think he's wondering where the voice is coming from, but we clearly weren't happy with that particular start. The clerk of the course, Matt, will be having a word with them and basically laying the law down, and they're more than capable of getting it right, so why they have to get themselves in a mess, I do not know. Sorry, YouTubers, if you're watching, wondering what's going on. This is supposed to be the DRS125 Grand Final. So all the karts are on the start and finish line at the moment, and the drivers are being told that the start that they've attempted is not acceptable. Go back and try it again and get it right this time. So our grid marshal has come out. We're off at the moment, aren't we? Right, all the drivers have been spoken to. The grid marshal was making sure that all the carts are in their correct grid position. It looks like we've had a slight juggling around of the grid positions. In fact, they're now getting back into correct positions. Freddie Cox suddenly appeared at the front and was in fact on fourth grid. But we're back to where we were. Hopefully, after the talking to, we'll get it right this time. I'm not going to tempt fate. It looks like they're well lined up at the moment. So Rowan Campbell-Pilling on pole, Ethan Critchley second, Sam Faulkner third, and Freddie Cox fourth. I'm not going to read them all out. We've done it once before. Hopefully, this time, we can get it right. They're certainly much slower, much more sensible pace this time. So no reason why we shouldn't start. Much better. And we're away. So everybody desperate on the first lap to get in a position to give them a chance. But very much at the moment looking like the grid positions with Rowan Campbell Pilling in first place, followed by Ethan Critchley, Sam Faulkner and Freddie Cox. So no change in the top four. The rest of the field are pretty well bunched at the moment. Will they make any move? I don't know. We will soon find out. Number 3, Tom Snape, currently running in 5th place. And Oliver Owen is currently 6th. Daniel Weir 7th. And Carl Watt is running in 8th place at the moment. Down through Billy's Blind. Flat out. Then braking sharply through the chicane. No change in positions at the moment between the top 4. 5 and 6, in fact, Freddie Cox has just made a move and taken himself up into 2nd place. A brilliant overtake into the hairpin. And looks like he's going to make it stick. Sam Faulkner might not give in that easily. He's currently 3rd. Sam Faulkner trying desperately to get back past Freddie Cox, but not achieving it at the moment. Early days though. Still 10 minutes to go, so anything can happen in those 10 minutes. The DRS plate of Rowan Campbell-Pilling, he certainly doesn't seem to be finding any trouble today. Seems to be making it look very, very easy and straightforward. And nobody seems to be able to get on to terms with him. But it is a long race. Tyres will come on, tyres will go off. And the pecking order could change. Even the people behind in the lower places, they're all driving very, very well. And try and keep you up to date with some of the middle runners. Might pick the odd one, number 4. Firas Bilbasi is currently running in 13th place. Tommy Welsh, he's currently running in 10th place. Daniel Weir 8th. and Oscar Walmsley-Jones currently 9. But out at the front, still Rowan Campbell-Pilling, followed by Freddie Cox, and in close contention, Sam Faulkner. Ethan Critchley, he's 4th at the moment, but doesn't seem to be making any ground on Sam Faulkner in front of him. It's only about a kart length difference, but that can be a little bit of an eternity. So the order unchanged at the moment at the front. Up, we have the Battenberg out, which means they have to follow each other around. No one's allowed to overtake. Sam Faulkner did lose a place, but he's allowed back in. And they have to do so many laps at very, very slow pace. It's for safety. There's someone at the top of the track at the entrance of the pits actually facing the wrong way, so I don't know why that is. But this is a flag to basically, it's a safety issue. Somebody else looking up there at the top, one of the marshals is rearranging the tyre wall, and obviously if the tyre wall's not complete, we can't continue racing because there's a risk to people's lives, and it's great fun karting. The last thing we want are any injuries of any kind. So we've actually stopped once we've had the chance to repair the tyre wall at the top. I would imagine they must have gone into that quite hard. I don't know quite who it was, but they've actually moved all the tyres out of the way, so they're now having to be put back. So that must have been quite a bump. I don't know exactly what happened. We were looking down here at the leaders, so it should take about another 4 or 5 minutes, and then I assume that we resume racing, but starting in the order that they are at the track at the moment. So it's a bit like the safety car in Formula One, where all the drivers sort of get back together. I think we're having another little chat from Matt. Not quite sure what's happening, but hopefully we'll keep you informed as to what currently is happening. Certainly the top front 7 drivers haven't left the karts. This seems to be a conversation with the rear of the field. Maybe they're bumping into each other, and you know, that's just unacceptable, because people at that top end, people don't just come off unless they've actually clashed with someone else. We've only had just over 5 minutes of this grand final, so there's still 7.5 minutes to go. I was taking a look the other day, just some information for you. I was looking the other day, obviously this will change after this week's racing, of the current leaders in the championships. In the DRS62, currently leading, who had a good win today, Ashton Redpath, followed by Oscar Roach, Carter Inskip Clarkson currently in 3rd place, and Lucas Esser is in 4th place. You can actually download these from the DRS site. And looking at the 125, Sam Faulkner is currently leading, from Tom Snape, Freddie Cox and Oliver Owen. In 100s, the current leaders in the championship, Charlie Ratford is first from Jack Robinson, Sherry Ann Powell, Connor Scarisbrick and Maximilian Reed. Daniela Sutton, who had a good race today, she's in 6th place at the moment. Obviously, once all the points are tallied up from all this weekend's activities, then those positions might change. Well, if you are watching on YouTube at the moment and wondering exactly what's happening, we did have a cart that came off at the top end of the circuit into the tyre barrier with quite a bit of force by the looks of things. I think the driver is maybe a little bruised, but he should be fine. But we had to rebuild the tyre wall at the top. We can't continue from a safety aspect with a missing tyre wall, and there were quite a few that have been knocked well out of place, are now back in place, so we're due to restart in the next 3 or 4 minutes. If you're wondering what the various flags are, just before we had the red flag to actually physically stop all the racing, we had the Battenberg, which means that all the drivers have to virtually go around at snail pace, and certainly you're not allowed to overtake during that Battenberg. If you do get caught overtaking, there's a big risk of getting disqualified, because it's purely as a safety measure. You know, it's paramount that all our drivers operate in as safe a way as possible. So we're restarting the motors. Number 325 struggling to get it going. So Ethan Critchley, someone's got an electric start, so that's got that going. And I assume that we'll be doing one lap at a sensible pace, bearing in mind the drivers' positions are exactly the same as when we stopped the race, so no one's lost any places. It's just actually pulled everyone back together again, which means that it gives them more opportunity to potentially overtake a little quicker if they'd lost the toe before it was stopped. So quite an orderly pace. Very much like, other than they're in single file, very much like a normal start, they are expected to go at a sensible pace and not flat out. And doing a very good job at the moment, so it shouldn't be an issue. Starting to pick up. My alpha timing showing is actually showing that it's still red flag, so I need to look at my screen. Rowan Campbell-Pilling still in first place. Freddie Cox is second, but looks like we're going to have a few overtakes here. Sam Fulton desperately trying to get past. Freddie sticking to his guns, going through the chicane, and manages to hold on to that second place. Sam Faulkner disappearing into fourth place. So it's all very, very close. My timing's a little bit over the place. We're showing 3:35 as leading, which is not the case. Rowan Campbell-Pilling is leading from Freddie Cox in second. And Sam Faulkner's made a move down into the chicane, and he's got himself up to third place. Fourth place is number 1, Oliver Owen. And that's your top 4 at the moment. The rest of the field are losing a little bit of ground on the front runners. Can they make any movement? Still doesn't look at this early stage or restarted stage that Rowan Campbell is going to be challenged in any way. But we've still got 6 minutes left, so that's still quite a big amount of time for the second place driver's tyres to maybe perform a little bit better. Rowan's tyres could go off, Freddie's tyres could come on, whatever. Sam Faulkner's certainly not going to be left behind if knowing him. I don't know what's happened to number 6, Carl Watt. He's got his camera on the front of the car, but he's not going that quick. Maybe he's had some sort of an issue. Top 5 now getting a little closer. 5th place, which is Tom Snape. He's caught the group up a little bit. So Tom finished 3rd in the championship last year. Hence the fact that his kart is number 3. Certainly no movement at the moment at the front end. Sam looks as if he's pulling Freddie Cox in, but pulling someone in and overtaking them isn't exactly the same thing. Around 4.5 minutes left, so still plenty of time for a change in the order. But it still doesn't look as if anyone's got an answer to Rowan Campbell-Pilling. He seems to be in a little league of his own, driving nice and smoothly, doing times of 35.2. Funnily enough, Freddie Cox was actually fractionally quicker on that last lap, but is basically doing the same time that Rowan is. Even Sam did a 35.2. He did the quickest time on the last lap out of all three of the front runners. But it's all thousandths of a second, which is neither here nor there. It's hard to tell whether Freddie Cox is, in fact, pulling Rowan in. 1 minute it looks like he's getting closer, and then the next minute, Rowan's established the gap once again. Sam Faulkner in third has lost the pace a little bit. He's lost the train. And fourth place, Tom Snape, he's dropped off again from the group out at the front. Still in fourth place, though. Fifth place is number 3. In fact, sorry, I've already said that. Tom Snape currently in 5th place. 6th place is Daniel Weir, but he's quite a bit back by now. Oscar Walmsley-Jones is currently running in 7th place, which is an improvement on where he started. He started in 10th and has managed to get himself up to 7th. So Oscar driving really well in the grand final. But still out there at the front and pulling away from everyone else is Rowan Campbell-Pilling in first. And Freddie Cox trying to hunt him down. Looks like he's getting closer, but we've only got just under 2 minutes left and 1 lap. It's a big ask, really, for Freddie to find that extra little bit of pace to get in contention with the DRS plate of Rowan Campbell-Pilling. They're certainly showing Sam Faulkner a clean pair of heels, so Sam driving really well and getting some good lap times, but he's just fallen off the train. Just 1 minute left of this grand final race, plus 1 lap. Quick adjustment to the tyres, that a little out of place. Freddie Cox certainly seems to be getting closer, but can he do it in the remaining time? Still 46 seconds. So potentially 2, maybe 3 laps, but it's going to be close. If they can get over the line in the next 30 seconds, which I should think they can, there's probably another 2.5 laps to go. So possible, but maybe unlikely. So basically, there's this lap and 1 more. We've almost run out of time. Top 2 races, great bit of racing. But it certainly looks like it's going to be a win. He's been winning all day long. He qualified top. He's won all the heats, the pre-final, and he's going to win the grand final. Rowan Campbell-Pilling. Freddie Cox has driven well from grid 4 to finish in 2nd place. And Sam Faulkner did start in 3rd and looks like he will also finish 3rd. So here we go, final lap. Nothing's going to happen by the looks of things. We're going to go up to the dummy grid. We're going to have a little chat to Cassidy Southall on the dummy grid. So that's the finish. Rowan Campbell-Pilling from start to finish. Freddie Cox in 2nd, Sam Faulkner. Oliver Owen in 4th, Tom Snape in 5th, Daniel Weir in 6th. And Bill Basie is in 7th place. I don't know what happened to Oscar Walmsley-Jones, but he must have had an off. Welcome back to Clay Pigeon. Just before we do our prize presentation, ladies and gentlemen, number 162, Cassidy Southall here. You may not be aware, one or two people will be aware, that he had a bit of a sad occasion this week and lost his grandfather. He still raced this weekend, which has probably been very tough for him and quite emotional. But Cassidy would just like to say one or two words.
Yeah, this weekend I've been racing in my memory of my grandfather. I'd just like to say the Daniel Ricciardo Series has been making his life a whole bunch better because he's got something to focus on. And I just say just support your local cancer charity, because it'll really go a long way for people with cancer. So I just thought I'd like to commemorate him on all he's done.
Thank you, Cassidy. Certainly not easy to get up in front of a lot of people and make that statement, so our thoughts go with him and his family, and thank you for racing this weekend. So we get to our prize presentation, and first of all, I'm just looking at DRS62, our academy drivers. First of all, in first place, Reuben Jenkins. Oh, in fact, should we do it in reverse? Oh, silly boy. Right. So I'm going to go backwards now. I've always been backwards. Okay. Let's make sure we're doing this right. In third place, Jakob Schultz. Oh, come back. Jakob. Oh, he's got his helmet. Oh, we forgot that. Can't forget your helmet. There you go. That's your little spot there. In second place, Carter in Skip Clarkson.
They get unfair first. We have it first.
Congratulations. And in first place, Reuben Jenkins. Well done, Reuben. He's nearly as tall as me.
Put your helmet up. There you go. Well done.
So can we congratulate them? Well done. Those are our academy drivers, the future of DRS62. And now for the DRS62 Supers. In third place, number 8, Harley Drake.
Even Holly.
Second place, Ashton Redpath.
Relax. They're down to around 8:30.
And in first place in the Supers, number 129, Oscar Roach. And that leads us up to the DRS125.
Well done, guys.
We nearly forgot to clap them. Okay, DRS125s for the grand final. In third place, Sam Faulkner. He's managed to escape being interviewed today. Well done, Sam. Second place, 332, Freddie Cox.
The novice. Yeah, the end.
And in first place, the DRS place of Rowan Campbell Pilling. Well done.
Yeah, they did the DRS for the car rookie.
Okay. We've also got a trophy for the top rookie. 327, Ryan Williams.
Sorry. There's the national line. Thank you.
Well done, everybody.
Good. Jerry, yeah, I'm off, Jerry.
I've just been reminded. I did only make the mistake once, so I can correct it now. Okay, our top rookie in DRS 100 was Jakub Milarski. Quick picture.
Then, good.
And I will get your name right this time. In third place, Sherry Ann Powell. In second place, Connor Scarisbrick. And in first place, pretty much controlled the whole event all day. In first place, Jack Robinson.
Is the next round do? Well then, guys. Pictures. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, so it's 3 weeks. 3 weeks time today.
Thank you to everyone for making today and the weekend special. We'll see you at the next round in 3 weeks' time at Hooton Park. We look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, have a safe journey home, everyone, and thank you for a great day.